Brethren in Christ, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we are launching a new series. We're back to the basics. If you haven't seen that series yet, please go and check it out. I created a playlist for you guys, and I'm just gonna link it at the top here for you. Please check it out. It's an exciting series, honestly. I didn't really want to talk much about it, but just go and check it out and leave a comment under the videos that stood out for you. Okay, so we are here with another series, and it's called the Gratitude series. I am so excited about this series. I love every single thing about this series, and I'm just going to tell you what you should be expecting in this series. So without saying so much, let's get into the expectations for this series. So the aim of this series is to just be thankful. Like it says, gratitude series. We are going to pick out something in our lives every single day to be thankful to God for. And I'm sure you're looking at me like, what's this be thankful? I don't have money in my account. I don't have... That's why we're going to get the expectations for this video, right? But very often than not, you'd find that people are not being grateful, or people are not satisfied with what they want. Except for the fact that sometimes people just are not okay with where they are because they feel they can do more, which is that aspect of not being satisfied. A lot of times people are just basically comparing their lives to other people around them. So you open Instagram and you see someone that you are older than, and the person's like making a lot of money and lots of money based on what they are doing, and you just look at your life and you're like, I'm not it. Like, you are just so ungrateful, you're not happy about where you are, and you're just overall dissatisfied with everything, not content. We can't explain your life, literally. So that's a lot of times what happens to people, like the fact that people are comparing themselves to each other, and so they do not make room to be thankful for what they have, right? So I decided to write the definition of gratitude, and I wrote that gratitude is being appreciative or thankful for the now, right? So when the Lord was talking to me about it, literally his point for this series is teaching people to be thankful for the now, what they have now. I know that we all have future goals and ambitions. Like sitting here right now, you have a goal of in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, like this is who you want to be. I want to be this. But have you taken a moment to give thanks to God for what you have now? Even if it's not pleasant, we are thinking of the now, like today, as you have it today, not what you're going to get tomorrow, but now, right? So you're just literally giving thanks. Of course, gratitude is just being thankful, but for me, I'm limiting this definition to giving thanks for the now, because that's what we are dealing with right now in this gratitude series, giving thanks to God for the now, right? A lot of us haven't even taken a moment to really appreciate God for what we have. So in this series, you're going to have a chance and a moment every single day of your life to just give thanks to God for the now, okay? In this series, I'm also going to talk about how you can enjoy the now in your life. So it's about you really enjoying now, what you have now. Enjoy it. How can you really make the most of what you have now? Don't think of future, don't think of the past. It's now, what you've been able to acquire now. So we are going to be living in the now moments, because I feel like a lot of times it's either people are regretting about the past, or they are thinking of what they can get in future. Hardly do we take time to just focus on, oh God, like I have a phone right now. It's not about you. When I get phone, when I get money, I'm going to buy iPhone. What's the new one? I don't even follow that thing. I feel 14 or whatsoever. It's not about that. It's about me thanking God for the iPhone 8 Plus that I have now. Do you understand? So it's really about the now. I know I'm stressing on now because I really want you to get it right. So instead of complaining, you're going to be thanking God for the now, and we are going to be asking ourselves questions. I'm going to call them actionable action points, to be fair, but they are questions. So it's going to be an introspection. How can I take advantage of the now? So for instance, like if I am thanking God for the phone I have right now, which is an iPhone whatsoever. So let's say you're using an iPhone 8 Plus, and you're being thankful for the phone now. You're going to ask yourself, how do I make the most out of this phone? How do I milk this phone, like make good use of it? So it's not a matter of you're not content, so wherever you go out, you're hiding the phone under your shoe, or you don't want people to see the phone. You're going to be asking yourself questions. What can I do to make this phone better? Am I going to change the cover to make it look more appealing to me? Like that kind of, it's just an example with the phone. Am I going to like change my wallpaper? Am I going to delete stuff just to make it look more appealing and nice for me to use now? While I make plans to get a new phone for the future. So how can I so you ask yourself questions like, what can I do now that will make me have a better phone in the future? You get the point. So you're going to start from the now, then we now focus on how can I do to improve, because as a human being we have to daily improving on what we have, right? So you're going to start from the now, and that's how we're going to go on to the future, right? So this is what this entire gratitude series is going to be talking about. I wrote a few steps, a few things down that I want to just read out, because I didn't really calm myself in my head, but I just want to read this out and we are done with this introduction for today. So I wrote that please know that gratitude and settling are not the same thing. The thing is that a lot of people feel like when you're being grateful, or when you're being gratitude, but when you're being grateful, you're settling. But you're not settling. You are simply thanking God for what you have, or you're simply being thankful for the now while you strive to get better ahead. Do you get it? So I'm going to take that again. Gratitude uses your thankfulness as a launching pad for greater abundance and potential, and settling cuts off that potential. So with gratitude, you are thankful and you see that there's room for more, but with settling, you cut off potential. You just feel like that's all I can get. So for instance, if you do a job and you earn 1,000 cedis, with gratitude you are thankful for 1,000, and then you look at it and ask, how can I make more to increase it to maybe 1,500 or 2,000? But with settling, you are done. You don't see the potential that there's more. You don't see that you can actually make more. You just sit down and just go like, that's it. So there's a difference. You are not settling. So in this series, we are not settling. Nobody on this channel is going to settle. My sister, my brother, we are not settling. We are, hey, don't do like that. We are not settling. So settling cuts off that potential. So with settling, there's guilt, there's unworthiness, there's scarcity, there's rationalization. Like there's a lot of negativity that comes with settling, and that's not what we are doing here, right? Also, there's also something that is called complacency. It is not gratitude. So complacency is just like, you just feel like everything's all right. You have plateau. Like you know when someone plateaus, like we cannot where you've gotten to is what you've got to. You can't take in any more. Like you are just done. That is not the point of this series. So I want you guys to know that we are not settling, we are not being complacent, we are not being proud. We are simply being thankful, and we're going to use that as a leverage to have more. Okay, so I really want you guys to look forward to this series. It's going to be really exciting. We're going to be thanking God for things that, oh my God, you guys even never thought of. Of course, there are things that you guys have thought of, and there are things that you guys haven't thought of, and I really want you guys to stay with me as we do this series. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be excellent. You're going to love it. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in. Please turn on post notifications so that when we start this series, you're going to get notified every time I upload. It's going to be really nice, really beautiful, right? And yes, so thank you guys, and have a very beautiful week, beautiful day. Anytime you're watching this, have a beautiful moment ahead, right? Thank you. Except for the fact that you feel like you have the capacity to. Who's done making noise all this time?